middle out of Scottsdale. So Stubbins and Schwarzenbach in the middle. Jazz on the right. Nicklin Hames is your setter, and on the left, Maddie Kubik and Lexi's son. Kenzie Knuckles, your libero. Keys, Lauren for Nebraska tonight against Maryland.
Keys for Nebraska. A lot of these are offensive keys. Nicklin needs to set the outsides when Alford, Maryland's setter, is in the front row. She's one of their smallest blockers. And then we also need to attack at her when she's playing right back defense to help get them out of system. They're out of system. They're not able to run their middles. Also, their middles tend to, Maryland's middles tend to cheat to our outsides when blocking to put up forehands in Lexi and Maddie's face all night. So we need to utilize our red zone. Nicklin needs to go to Jazz on the jet or Lauren and Callie on the slide in the middle. And then also up the gut will be one-on-one. So they do not put two blockers up. When we run out of the middle of the court, that's a bick or a pipe out of the back row, a two to maybe a right side or an outside, and then an A, which is a quick set to the middle. Our mindset needs to be solid throughout the entire match. We cannot afford to put it on cruise control. And then, as always, JB, and most importantly, just win that serve and pass battle.
Well, your first serve tonight is brought to you by Pump and Pantry. Pump and Pantry is Nebraska-born, Nebraska-grown, and Nebraska-owned, and proud to serve you with 45 locations across your big red state. Pump and Pantry. Well, Maryland's got about 19 colors in their logo. Tonight they're going with black tops. The numerals are red, but they got to have yellow on the side, and who knows what other shades of color are found somewhere on those jerseys. Meanwhile, Nebraska left to right in the home white short sleeve, trimmed in scarlet. Kenzie's wearing her scarlet top. Libero wears a different color jersey than her teammates. And Maryland starts us off. Serve to Megan Miller, centered up Nicklin Hames, dug by the libero. Middle swing, Raynell Jones, good block touch. Husker volleyball fed to the back row, attacked by Alexi off the dig, travels sideways, and it falls. 1-0 Nebraska.
That's a solid start. Great pass by Megan Miller. Even though Nicklin decided to go up and send that second ball over, it was still a good pass. It was in system. And then how about Callie getting that block touch in the middle of the rally? That's called a positive block touch, where your teammates are able to play defense and you're able to transition.
Maddie Nauman, who's only played in 10 sets the whole year, starts at libero tonight with a gold jersey. For Maryland, tip shot in the middle, Raynell Jones induces a net violation. Exactly what Coach Cook did not want to see tonight. We're tied at 1.
There you go, JB. Your signs for the student section would come in handy.
We are not
right now.
Fish. We are not fish. Stay out of the net. Maddie Nauman with a big thigh tape job on her left thigh, serves, twinkles the twine, it drops for an ace. 2-1 Maryland. She's played in 10 sets the entire year out of 115 she starts tonight. Nauman, 5'9", sophomore, Austin, Texas, Westlake High School. Decent pass, Nebraska. Tip shot in the middle by Callie Schwarzenbach. And over dig, and it twinkles the twine and lands just wide. Point Nebraska tied at 2.
Nicklin is following the game plan. She's supposed to get the middles, and then Jazz on the right involved early on, and it's exactly what we saw there. She's feeding Callie in the middle, and Callie was able to go up and get a kill.
Another surprise starter in the back row, Samantha Bergio from Eden, New York. She's only played in 51 out of their 115 sets. So you got two little used back row players suddenly. Meanwhile, Maddie Kubik serves into the net. Excuse me, Lexi's son into the net. 3-2 Maryland. So now Lexi Finnerty comes in. She's barely played this year. So another DS outside set. Nebraska shot Kubik. Nice up by Bergio. Here come the Maryland Terrapins. Tip shot left front. Just touches the antenna. That's out of bounds. You can't do that. Erica Pritchard's 0 for 1. She can't believe that she was called for an attack, a tip shot that hit the antenna. We're tied at 3.
And Pritchard is one of their go-to attackers, JB, so she's going to get a lot of sets tonight. She's going to take a lot of swings, and I like this matchup. Right now she's matched up with Jazz, so we're not going to see her with Nicklin in the front row, which is a good sign.
Kenzie serves at 3-3 in the first, and passed by the brand new libero, and not a good pass, as a service ace for Kenzie Knuckles to begin things for Nebraska, and the Huskers have a 4-3 lead. And that ace brought to you by the Nebraska Soybean Board. Ace your tailgate with the soybean checkoff.
I've never seen this before, but the up official just threw a towel down onto the floor and made one of the players clean up some sweat. So he's putting the girls to work tonight.
It's Daryl Padani. He's taking charge. Serves error by Kenzie. We're tied at 4.
And that's frustrating. Lexi just missed a serve, and then Kenzie Knuckles goes back and misses her serve. And it seems like that's a theme, is when one player misses a serve, and a couple other players will miss their serves, and you just have to make that conscious effort to get your serve in if the player before you miss theirs.
Serve Erica Pritchard. Huskers feed right side. Tip shot by Jazz. Now Maryland back row Pritchard. She'll swing from all over the place. The concourse sometimes. Doug. Now Nebraska tips it to the bumps it to the left side. Maddie Kubik tips it out of bounds. Point Maryland 5-4. Terrapins, a choppy start for Nebraska.
Huskers are in rotation 3. Remember, this is a rotation they do not side out well in. They struggle to pass well and get a kill.
And Pritchard serves into the net. We've had 3 service errors out of 10 points. Without a calculator, 30% of our rallies have been service errors. Megan Miller now trying to change that and lower that percentage. She's got 18 aces and 22 errors for the year. That's a good ratio. Good pass, Maryland. Shot left front, won't drop. And now Nebraska outside. Kubik, big rip in it. Hits the block and drops to the shoot tops of the back row belonging to Maryland. 6-5 Huskers.
Maddie is one of the best players that I've seen who goes up and hits either through the block or tools the block. She just makes it look so easy, and she's always finding ways to use the opposing blocker's hands.
Serve, now a nice pass. Right side swing won't work for Katie Myers. The Huskers set her dump attempt. Nicklin Hames into the antenna, drops to the shoot tops. We're tied at 6.
Nicklin turns around to Megan and says, "My bad." Even though that dig was pretty tight, Nicklin needs to be able to go up and joust at the net, and I think she lost sight of the ball and completely missed it.
Another service there. Katie Myers into the bottom of the net. She's had 40 aces this year, but 78 errors. Wow. 78 service errors. 7-6 Nebraska. We've had 2 service errors committed by each team. Just started. Pull up a chair, spin the net with the big red. And then Maddie sends one towards Gage County. That's out of bounds. Don't need a green card for that one. 7 apiece. We've had 5 service errors.
We're seeing the Huskers take a little bit of an extra huddle there. I'm sure Lauren Stivern, she's on the court right now. She's just talking things over as a captain, telling them to relax, just get their serve in, and we can't afford to make any more service errors.
Nicole Alford serves, no relation to Steve. A set goes over the net, punch back by Raynell Jones, and now free ball back to Maryland. Middle swing, Raynell Jones, and a big block for Nebraska's Lauren Stivrins. First block of the night belongs to the Huskers. It's 8-7, big red, set 1.
It was a sloppy rally getting to that block, but I'm glad that at the end of the rally, Lauren and Lexi were both able to make a disciplined block move. They were shoulder to shoulder. They were sealing over the net, almost reaching for that opposing attacker's ears, and that's exactly what you want to see on the block.
Haley Densberger, number 43, served and would have been long. Pass, though, by Rebecca Rath. Now attack across. Here come the Huskers. Bump set from Haley Densberger across the net. Push back down. Doug, and Nebraska can only free ball it over. Sloppy volleyball. Long shoot set to nobody. They bump it across. And now we have a whistle. Point Nebraska on 4 hits against Maryland. Yikes. This looks like preseason volleyball right now. 9-7 Huskers.
Once again, JB, Jalen Ray is there to help the officials and score some points for the Huskers.
He's a very good counter. He got to 4.
He is. He got to 4, and he was notifying the down official, and finally she called it.
Densberger serves in the net. That's 4 service errors for Nebraska. 2 by Maryland, 9-8 Huskers. This has not been a Rembrandt so far. So Samantha Bergio back in. Remember, she's only played in 52 of the 116 matches, but she got the start tonight with another new libero, Maddie Nauman. Bergio is a junior out of Eden, New York. Good pass, Huskers left side shot. Lexi Sun, kaboom! 10-8 Nebraska.
And one of the keys that I said for the Huskers tonight would be to attack Alfred, Maryland's setter. So there she was playing right back defense, and Lexi took that ball to zone 1, which is also right back, so right at Alfred. So even if she would have dug that, Maryland still would have been out of system. So that's the right shot from Lexi on the outside.
You've got the black frame around the court tonight on the TerraFlex, served by Nicklin Hames. Right side swing, Jada Gardner, blocked back by Lexi, out of bounds. point Maryland, 10-9 Big Red.
And that is a fast set back to Gardner on the right. I mean, it's almost 0 tempo. Remember, we have our 0, 1 tempo, and 2 tempo sets. And Lexi there was late, so that's why she got used on the block.
Serve over by Maddie Nauman. Bad pass, Huskers. Right side swing. Lexi's sun blocked. Erica Pritchard tied at 10. Both teams with a block now.
We're too predictable in rotation one. Nicklin loves to utilize Lexi on the right. And Lexi, most of the time, puts the ball away on the right, but Nicklin has to be able to establish another option in this rotation.
Serve goes to Maddie. Bad pass. Bump set to nobody across the net. Joust controlled by Maryland. They free ball it back. Here come the Huskers. Back set, Big Red. Lexi cross court. They call it in. I'm not sure about that. We'll take it. 11-10 Nebraska. No green cards request yet from second-year Maryland Terp head coach Adam Hughes, who's at Penn State for 9 years, all sorts of roles there. They won 8 Big Ten championships, 3 national championships while I was there. The slide, tip shot by Jada Gardner, just out of bounds. 12-10 Nebraska. This has not been Maryland or Nebraska's finest hour in 2019.
Well, thank goodness it hasn't been Maryland's finest hour, because it definitely hasn't been Nebraska's finest hour. But think about it, if Maryland was playing a little better, this could be a little dangerous.
Serve goes to Nauman, brand spanking new libero. Tip shot in the middle. It drops. Katie Myers, very steady. Katie Myers, Westerville, Ohio. And she's leading the team in blocks, attack percentage. Just put Maryland within 1.
And that's a perfect example. Myers got set. It wasn't a perfect pass, and it was kind of a junk shot. She sent that tip over, and we have to be able to pick up any of that junk that's coming over from their middles.
Lexi Finnerty, 5'7" freshman, Encinitas, California. She's a long way from home. Decides she doesn't want Nebraska to have way too more service errors than Maryland, so she serves out. It's 13-11 Nebraska. Nebraska with 4 service errors, and Maryland with 3. Just started. Served by Kenzie. Nice pass by the new libero and a setter dump. Nicole Alford. 13-12 Huskers set 1.
And that's smart timing by Alford, because she saw that Kenzie Knuckles was back there serving. So Kenzie was rushing to get to her base position and wasn't ready. And so Alford went up and set that second ball over. But we need to be better.
Pritchard serves out of bounds. Both teams with 4 service errors. Pritchard decided to serve into the net the first time. That time she served way over the net, but way long. We'll find out what she does. She might get it just right on the third try. It's 14-12 Nebraska. Megan Miller, line drives it to the back left. Remember, she ran 10 straight points to finish off Minnesota last weekend. Back set, nice termination from the right pin. Katie Myers, Westerville, Ohio, 14-13 Huskies. Myers will serve. Remember, she's number 3 in the conference in service aces, and she has one right there. We're tied at 14. That's her 41st ace this year. Nebraska's leader is Lexi Sun with 22.
When you're passing, you have to make a move early and commit to making that move. Lexi looks very hesitant right now.
Serve to nobody, out of bounds. 9 service errors so far. 5 by Maryland, 15-14 Nebraska. Timeout. I think both coaches are going to start their huddles by saying, does everyone realize we have started the match?
Maybe everyone's in a turkey coma, JB. It's that tryptophan or whatever it's called.
Well, let's figure out what it is, because whatever it is, it's having an impact. We'll get to the name of it when we come back. 15-14 Huskers in the first over Maryland on the Husker Sports Network.
The season is here, and so is the Ford Black Friday event. Now for a limited time, get 20% estimated savings on select 2019 Ford models. Hurry in today. Eligible on select 2019 model year vehicles. Vehicle must have arrived at dealer at least 61 days prior to sale date. Estimated savings include an average dealer discount based on a sales survey of average discounts offered by Ford dealers nationally. Discount may vary. Dealer determines price. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 12/2/2019. See participating dealer for complete details.
The best way to feel love is to share it. That's why Subaru created the Subaru Share the Love event. Over the last 11 years, Subaru has donated over $145 million to charity. This year, they're continuing to share the love. Right now, when you get a new Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charity. And this year at Vutos Subaru, they're supporting a cause close to their hearts by donating to Cedars in Lincoln. The Subaru Share the Love event, now through January the 2nd.
Here it's 15-14 Nebraska out at University Park, PA. Penn State trailing Wisconsin 2-1, but leading in the fourth set 12-11. Whom do we want to win that match, Lauren?
Hands down, Penn State.
Please explain.
Well, if Wisconsin loses tonight, they would be tied with... Would they be tied with anyone? I'm trying to think of everyone's record.
Penn State will be tied, yeah, with Penn State at the top of the heap. And if we win tonight, then we're one game behind both of them.
True.
All right.
I just feel like we want Penn State to win.
Yeah, we like rooting for underdogs. Serve goes to Rath, the freshman. She overpasses, put down Lauren Stivrins, 16-14 Nebraskans. Bad pass, Maddie Kubik. Left side tip shot, Lexi Sun, knocked down. Bump set from the libero to the back row. Erica Pritchard, she's your only back row attack. We roll shots it. Now Nebraska's the slide. Stivrins blocked back. Great cover, Megan Miller. Bump set left-handed tip shot kill, Lexi Sun. Tight set. She can only get her offhand on it. 17-15.
So what's happening is when our outsides are attacking either Maddie or Lexi, Maryland is in a rotational defense, meaning their right back defender is moving up to the 10-foot line and taking any tips right over the block. So that first tip didn't go down from Lexi because Alfred was right there playing defense, but luckily that second tip did go down.
Lauren Stivrins serves out. So both teams now are dueling for most service errors this set, tied at 5 each. Maryland also has 2 aces. Nebraska's got 1 ace. 17-16 Nebraska, as both Densberger and Stivrins have service errors already. John Cook tries to choose between the two. The slide, Callie Schwarzenbach cross court, and the dig goes sideways. And then a free ball back from their brand new libero, Maddie Nauman. Here come the Huskers, a slide again. Callie Schwarzenbach, another good dig back there. Left side swing, Pritchard. Here come the Huskers, middle back, Kubik, kill. 2 big digs by Samantha Bergio back right, but she couldn't keep that last one up. 18-16, Huskers set 1.
I like that Nicklin's utilizing Callie twice there in that rally, but I think the set is still too low. I mean, Callie reaches very high, so does Lauren. So Nicklin has to get those middles up in the air so they have the ability to hit whatever shot they want.
Nicklin Hames floats it over. Nice pass by Bergio. Right side swing. Jada Gardner. Big stuff block. Lexi Sun had help from Callie Schwarzenbach. 19-16. Huskers starting to pull away.
How about Lexi going up, she's reaching over, and then she's turning those hands. She's shaping the ball, turning those hands in, so the ball goes directly off her hands and lands on the Maryland side of the court.
HST, happy song time.
It is the happy. JB, I think they've started playing it in the first set now, regardless. We used to not see it till the second or third set, sometimes the fourth set, and now it's just they play it right away.
It's my alarm, and I never hit snooze.
And it's your theme song while you brush your teeth, and while you do the dishes,
all day
and
long.
while
And whenever any Baylor family member disagrees with me, I just turn it up. 19-16 Huskers in the first. Come on back. Timeout Maryland on the Husker Sports Network.
At U.S. Cellular, we're keeping the holiday spirit alive with deals that'll make you want to sing.
Switched and got a phone for free. Fa la 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 la. With no activation fees. Fa la 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 la.
Get yourself what you really want this holiday season. Switch to U.S. Cellular and get a free smartphone with no activation fees. U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
Unlimited Even Better plan. New line port in credit approval. Qualified smartphone purchase and device protection plus required. Comes via monthly bill credit. Additional terms apply.
Welcome back with Lauren Cook West and Mr. Josh Hilkman, who wishes he were paid by the minute. I'm John Baylor, who occasionally wishes he were paid by the syllable. And Nebraska is leading 19-16 in the first, and the Huskers are getting a little bit smoother. They're not exactly as smooth as fresh asphalt, but they're getting a little better than what we saw about 10 minutes ago.
a little bit better, JB. Not a lot better, but a little bit better.
Served by Nicklin Hames. Bad pass, Maryland. Bumped over the left side. Pritchard winds up the first team all-conference performer. Blasts it off the block and out. 19-17. Huskers by 2.
Nebraska's hitting .263. Maryland is hitting .095.
And so Maddie Nauman in her just 11th match of the year. She started at libero. Serves. Decent pass. Set is low. Tip shot. Callie Schwarzenbach blocked back. Second block for Maryland. 19-18 Nebraska set 1. John Cook lets him play. Nauman straight ahead, and Kenzie, decent pass. Jack back, shot by Jazz. Her first swing. Dig travels sideways. Maryland's going to bump it from the back row to Pritchard. Roll shot into the antenna for the second time tonight by Erica Pritchard, 2018.
It's a little concerning. In the game plan for the Big Red was to run the red zone. Well, Jazz is that right side attacker who's in the red zone for 3 rotations, and that's her first attempt, and we're almost through this first set. So Nicklin has to find a way to get Jazz the ball more.
Lexi serves Nauman, bad pass, and that's Nebraska's second ace of the night. Kenzie and now Lexi, who already leads the team with 22, now 23 aces. Brought to you by Nebraska Soybean Board. Ace your next tailgate with the soybean checkoff. 21-18 Nebraska. Huskers have their 7-match win streak snapped Sunday afternoon at Wisconsin. Trying to start another right here with hopefully 8 matches left. And there's a bad pass. Tip shot left front, blocked back by Jazz. Point Nebraska 22-18. Timeout Maryland, they're out of them. Adam Hughes burns a timeout. 22-18 Huskers in the first. This is Big Red Volleyball.
Sartor Heyman Jewelers.
To donate and support Food Bank for the Heartland Backpack Program. Serve goes to Nauman, nice pass. They run the slide. And a big kill for Jada Gardner, and that's her second kill, and the Huskers lead dwindles to 3, 22-19.
Callie was just straight up and down on the block there, and when that happens, the ball's going to get past your hands. That's why you have to seal over to keep that ball on Maryland's side of the net.
Gardner out of Cibolo, Texas. Serve goes to Kenzie. Jack back. Jazz sweets out of Topeka, Kansas. Kaboom! 23-19 Nebraska. 2 to go to finish off the Terps in the first set.
And that's why Nicklin needs to set the red zone. Jazz, there was a huge hole in the block. She was pretty much one-on-one because their middle was late closing the block, so she had a huge hole to hit through and was easily able to get a kill. So Nicklin needs to find a way, again, just to continue to feed Jazz on the right.
Kenzie serves out of bounds. There's an argument to be made that as goes Jazz, so go the Huskers the rest of 2019.
I would say Jazz in the middles.
23-20 Nebraska here in the first set.
Which could be another band name, JB.
Jazz on the middles. I'd go watch them. Where are they playing? Left side swing by Stivrins. That's out of bounds. They say the block touched it. No argument for Maryland. 24-20.
Lauren actually swung on an outside set there, so she was a one-tempo set. Normally the middles, she gets set 0 tempo, so a little bit of a higher set. Also known as a go set to that pin there. So that's not normally what we see from her.
Megan Miller and an erase. Bad pass, bump set to the back row. Here comes a free ball. Now Nebraska's going to get a chance here to win the set. The slide. Stivrins set over. Off the block and out. 20-yard choice. Chiropractic is proven to improve mobility, prevent injury, and treat pain. Find a chiropractor near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
The players with hot hands right now is Lexi Sun, 4 kills, 1 error on 6 attempts, hitting 500. Lauren Stivrins, of course, 3 kills, no errors on 4 attempts, hitting 750. And then Jazz Sweet, only 1 kill, no errors, but she's only had 3 attempts. She's hitting 333. Overall in the first set, Nebraska hit 292, Maryland hit 087, and they're the best player right now offensively for them is Katie Myers in the middle. 2 kills, no errors on 3 attempts, hitting 667. But again, a lot of her shots have just been junk. Tips and roll shots that or miss hits that she's getting over the net, and we have to be better defensively picking those up.
So Nicklin is pounding that volleyball into the floor, making sure it's inflated. And we got a set 5 forthcoming at University Park, PA, between Wisconsin and Penn State. Now, Maryland volleyball, right side tip shot, Jada Gardner, no. Here come the Huskers, bump to the left front. Lexi, block back covered again, Nebraska. First point of the second set. Tip shot in the middle. Callie Schwarzenbach, 1-0 Big Red.
So Callie ran an A set, which is right in the middle of the court, right off the setter, right off of Nicklin. And that was one-on-one. So Callie had a lot of court to swing at. She had a lot of area to tip at, and she went up and just tipped that ball over. But when Nicklin runs in the middle of the court, she's going to get one-on-one every time for her hitters.
Nicklin sails it across, an overpass from Bergio. Nebraska volleyball long shoot set, tip shake, Callie, diving dig Bergio. Here come the Terps, Bergio across. Now Nebraska back set, Jazz, kaboom! Efficient work tonight by Jazz. 2 kills, 4 swings, 2-love Nebraska.
Now this looks like Husker volleyball and more smooth. We're passing well. Nicklin's getting her hitters in good positions. Their past 2 sets have been one-on-one, meaning there's only one opposing blocker up. So this looks way better than the first.
Served by Nicklin over to Bergio, set in the middle. Raynell Jones off the digging out. They like to go middle. 2-1 Nebraska. Maryland's lost their last 3 and 8 of their last 9. 2 to go, and then they've got more time for homework. Nauman serves across to Maddie Kubik. Good pass. Long shoot set. Schwartzen block back. Great cover by Lexi. Free ball over. Maryland volleyball down 1 early in the second. They're down a set, though. Swing in the middle. Kill. Katie Myers.
We have to find a way to stop or at least slow down Myers in the middle. I mean, she's hitting over 700, so they're going to continue to feed her, whether the pass is on the net, off the net, and we have to find a way to get a block up or put some defenders against her kills.
Bad pass. Kubik left side tip shot. Lexi, that's not going to work. We're tied at 2 in the second. Bump set left Maryland. Big swing Pritchard. Nice up by Kubik. Nearly hits the scoreboard. Bumped over the left front. Big rib. Lexi sunk. Kaboom! Sharp cross court, keeps it in, 3-2.
Lexi is one of the best players in the country when it comes to those out-of-system sets. If you just leave it a little inside, she will get her feet to the ball and then just take that ball wrist away inside the block every single time. And she goes up with so much power and almost always beats the block. So sometimes I actually think it's better to get her a higher out-of-system set that's a little inside.
Lexi serves into the net. 7 service errors for Nebraska. Also, there's 1 net call against Nebraska. Meanwhile, 5 service errors for Maryland and 2 aces. Huskers have had 3 aces. Serve goes to Kenzie. She's got 2 of them. Middle attack, Callie Schwarzenbach. Kaboom! 4-3 Big Red.
Right now, Callie has almost as many attempts as Lexi on the outside. So I love that Nicklin is continuing to go to her and really keeping those middles involved in this match.
Now Kenzie, she's way over on the left edge. Jump floats it over. Nauman the libero. Okay pass. Left side tip shot. Pritchard. Diving dig Nicklin Hames. Nebraska volleyball. Bump to the right. Jazz. Not this time. She's 2 for 5. Left side swing. Pritchard through the double block. Point Pritchard and Maryland were tied at 4 in the second. Huskers won the first. Tomorrow night, Ohio State, a team Nebraska has not seen all year. A team that beat Wisconsin and no other Big Ten team can claim it. Service ace, Erica Pritchard. My goodness. 3 aces and 5 errors for Maryland. 3 aces and 7 errors for Nebraska. Pritchard again, twinkles the twine, diving past Lexi, great job. Back set, Jazz, block back, great cover, Kenzie. Nebraska now, left front, swing by Maddie Kubik off the Gardner, dig it out. 5 apiece, well done.
And I want to go back to that ace with Maddie. So it's Huskers were in rotation 3, and that's when you have Lexi and Maddie passing right next to each other, and teams will target those 2. And Maddie's the front row attacker, so Lexi should step over and take as much court as possible, but they just have a hard time passing next to each other and communicating with each other.
Megan the pass, serve, good pass by Rebecca Rath. Gets it back, swings Doug. Here come the Huskers. Maddie Kubik, kaboom! 2 in a row, 6-5 Big Red in the second after winning the first, 25-20.
I'm not sure why, but Myers, the middle for Maryland, just left Alford one-on-one on the outside. So Maddie had a lot of court to swing at. She decided to take that ball cross-body down the line, but good job by Nicklin for seeing that Myers was holding with Lauren Stivrins in the middle. So Nicklin used Lauren as a decoy.
Served by Megan Miller, diving past Rath. So she's out of the play. They have to set right side. Katie Myers, stuff blocked. So if the left side attacker has to dive for the pass, the defense knows where the ball is going. 7-5 Nebraska. Because Rath was on the floor, and so the only choice was right side. And Myers found a lot of hands in front of her. Serve goes to libero Nauman. Not a good pass. Left side swing by the freshman Rath off the block and out. 7-6. Rath, who had 0 kills on October 19th against Nebraska, already tonight with 2. 7-6 Huskers in the second. Big Red won the first by 5. Katie Myers, the middle, leads the team in aces. That's a bad pass by Lexi. A free ball over, but not high enough. Shot back by Alford, the libero. Doug. Here come the Huskers this side. Big rip. Lauren Stivrins, kaboom, off the block and down. 8-6 Huskers.
And that may have been the first time I've ever seen Kenzie Knuckles set a ball in a match. I've been told that she's a little hesitant when she has to set the ball, so that's why we see her use her platform so often. But there she went up and looked pretty confident.
Served by Kubik. Good pass, left side tip shot. Rath. Here come the Huskers. Lexi with the dig. Lexi with the tip. No. Now Maryland bumps to the back row. Free ball over. Erica Pritchard out of bounds. When you're knocking a free ball over, it's all about GII. Get it in.
Exactly. And JB, the other thought process when you're sending a free ball over is you want to send it to zone 1 or wherever the setter's at. Then because she's normally releasing to the net, so you're either going to get empty court or you're going to catch the setter on her way up to the net.
Pass made Rath. Quick attack. Raynell Jones. Big block. Lauren Stivrins. Huskers pulling away. 10-6 in the second.
They're continuing to feed Jones in the middle, and she's continuing to hit negative. So a good job by our block slowing Jones down. We just need to do the same on Myers, who's still hitting 400.
Saying something. Jones normally hits 3-2-4. That's a big number. Bad pass, and now a back row free ball. Here come the Huskers this side. Lauren Stivrins. Kaboom! Lexi Finnerty, who hasn't played much this year, barely moved. The true freshman had the ball hit her before she had her hands ready. 11-6 all Nebraska in the second after winning the first by 5. No reason why they've changed their back row players that we can see. It looks like everybody's healthy, but they got a new lineup in the back row tonight. 11-6 Huskers on the Husker Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Nicole Brungard, an All-American athlete from Norfolk, Nebraska, and a proud member of the U.S. Women's Bobsled team. Throughout my life, I've turned to chiropractic care to stay healthy and improve my athletic performance. Chiropractic is a safe, drug-free option for people of all ages. Make chiropractic your first choice for reduced pain and improved mobility. It works for me, and it can work for you too. Learn more at nebraskachiropractic.org or connect with me at teamnicoleusa.com. Chiropractic works.
Welcome back. We got a big score update coming at you from Central Pennsylvania.
Penn State is actually up in the 5th. They're on a 3-0 scoring run, 6-3 against Wisconsin.
Plenty of time left, but that's a big score.
Especially in the 5th set, but you're right. Wisconsin could definitely come back. However, Penn State's at home, and that's a tough gym to play in.
And Penn State has a bad RPI. They lose that match, they're at risk of falling out of the top 16 and not even hosting the first 2 rounds. I doubt that would happen. But if they win, then they definitely host the first 2 rounds. Maybe the first 2 weekends.
I wouldn't say first 2 weekends, but
they win the conference.
They're ranked 7th right now. And I know the selection committee doesn't only look at RPI. I know RPI plays a big role in where they put teams.
They look at Pablo. They look at, the moon, whether it's in its waxing phase. They look at all sorts of stuff. Here comes the serve. That's a bad pass by the freshman Rath. And Dauman gets it to her, and she fires it to out-of-system kill Rebecca Rath. Where was the defense there? 11-7 Huskers.
That's such a deep attack. It's going to that deep left back corner. So you have your middle back defender and your left back defender, and they're crossing trying to cut that ball off, but both Maddie and Kenzie missed it, and it's a really solid shot from Maryland.
Nicole Alford, 6'1". She's a transfer from Georgia Tech. Serves, good passing, and Lexi's son, kaboom! 12-7 Huskers set 2 after winning the first by 5.
Lexi's continuing to hit that wrist away shot.
Smile from the freshman. Brought to you by Nebraska Soybean Board. Ace your next tailgate with the soybean checkoff. Meanwhile, Nicole dropped the ball. And she'll serve again. Pass made by Rath. Tip shot in the middle. Blocked back. Again, Nebraska. Again, Maryland. Left side swing. Rath blocked out of bounds. Zabo, the last to touch. Point Maryland. 13-8. Nebraska.
So Nicole is going through her serving routine and bouncing the ball and dropped it and actually rolled over to the bench, and she's asking the up official for a replay. But I mean, you only have 8 seconds to serve the ball, so she was scrambling to go get the ball and then get back and serve, and thankfully she got her serve over the net, but it's probably a freshman mistake.
She beat the clock. Great pass, Megan Miller to the slide. Schwarzenbach, stuff blocked. Erica Pritchard, 13-9 Huskers in the second after winning the first by 5.
And Callie loves to attack cross court on the slide. So the Maryland block is taking that away from her. She has to see that and try to attack down the line instead.
Serve across to Megan. Nice pass. Set goes left. Lexi Sun down the line, and it drops. Nice one-handed dig attempt by Samantha Bergio, Eden, New York. But ultimately, it's a Husker point, 14-9.
I would say Maryland's a scrappy team. I mean, they don't play textbook defense. It doesn't look perfect, but they're flying around there, trying to make moves, throwing an arm out, trying to save the ball, and they've made some ups tonight that I've been impressed with.
They traveled a long way to get here. They're figuring, what the heck, we're here, let's play. And a bad pass by Bergio, left side swing. Erica Pritchard, 14-10 Nebraska.
And again, Pritchard hit that deep left back corner. So either middle back needs to shift over and take that, or Kenzie playing left back needs to try to get her hands up high and make an overhead dig.
Served by Maddie Nauman. Nice pass, Kenzie. Right side roll shot, Jazz. That's not going to work. Here come the Terps on those black tops. Left side, Pritchard block back. She covers. Karam's off the net. Free ball over. Shot back by Jazz. Kaboom! 15-10.
I think that's the right move there. That free ball was coming over. It was on the net. Jazz goes up and attacks it. Normally I say you want to, just play that free ball, take your 3 contacts and set up an attacker in the front row. But I think it was so close to the net there that it was almost an overpass. So good job by Jazz.
Huskers up 1 set love and 15-10 in the second. Serve goes to Nauman. Guides it to her setter. Left side, Pritchard. Block.
I was just going to say, Kenzie has to find a way to get better at stepping in and setting when Nicklin plays that first ball. I mean, Nicklin she is a great defensive player and she digs a lot of balls, but Kenzie has to be able to step in and set that second ball.
Finnerty, a freshman, serves Lexi Sun, Nebraska. Left side roll shot. Nebraska's Maddie Kubik, a freshman, makes it 17-11 Huskers. Tomorrow night, Ohio State. A lot of height, a lot of talent. The Buckeyes might be playing to save their coach's job. Jeff Carlston probably left out of the tournament this year. Line drive serve. That's an ace. Kenzie Knuckles. 5 aces for Nebraska. That one brought to you by the Nebraska Soybean Board. Ace your next tailgate with the soybean checkoff. Nebraska 18, Maryland 11. That's more like it. Huskers won the first 25-20 on the Husker Sports Network.
Wait, time out, Mom. Instead of using ketchup on your hot dog, pour on some of this Dorothy Lynch. Good, huh?
Yeah, talk about serving up an ace.
Did you see that? She spiked it.
Yes. Am I going to be watching you play for the Huskers someday?
How about you get me some more pizza, and then we talk about it.
Share the tradition of one-of-a-kind flavor that goes with anything. Game day or any day. Dorothy Lynch, endless flavorabilities.
Having fun at the Devaney. Nebraska Volleyball is powered by Emeritus. Emeritus is proud to be in the business of fulfilling life. And shop Woodhouse first. 18 brands, 18 locations, 1 team to help you get on the road faster. Woodhouse Auto Family, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics.
Looking over the stats, we've improved our hitting percentage. We're hitting .524 in this current set, and on the match 400. In that first set, we were only hitting .292. Remember, our goal is to just hit above 300 or at 300. Then Maryland on the flip side, they're only hitting .150 in this current set and .116 on the match. So that's normally what we hold opponents to defensively, is .150 or below. So offensively and defensively, we're doing a much better job, and this is more like Nebraska volleyball.
Maryland had high hopes for this year. A year ago, they were on the bubble for the NCAA tournament. Nearly everybody back, all the significant contributors. And this year, they're left out. 13-17. 5-13 in the conference. Lost 8 of their last 9. Served by Kenzie Knuckles. Out of bounds. 18-12. Does it ever get contagious when a teammate or two serves out? You start to serve out yourself?
Coach Cook says it's contagious. I feel like when I played, it was, if the teammate in front of me missed their serve, I would make an extra effort to really make sure my serve was in.
Pass Lexi, right side jazz, block back covered. Again, the Husker volleyball up 6. Left side attack. Maddie overdig, handled. Kenzie to Nicklin, long shoot set. Lauren Stubrins, kaboom, 19-12.
So Lauren had been running A's and slides. The A's are that quick set out of the middle, right off the setter, and then a slide is behind. There, Nicklin ran her on a gap set, which is a wider set to the middle, and Lauren had no block up. So that's why it's so important to move attackers around and not have them hitting the same attack every single time.
Line drive serve from Megan to the freshman Rath, and Rebecca Rath, big kill on the left side. 19-13 Nebraska.
An update on Penn State, Wisconsin. Penn State leads the Badgers 12-9 in the 5th.
That's a stunner at Penn State, though. And now Myers the serve. Nice pass, Lexi. Roll shot, Maddie Kubik. It drops 20-13. Big Red set 2 after winning the first by 5.
So Maryland earlier in the first set was in a rotational defense and our outsides were attacking. Now they've moved back into a perimeter defense, so that right back defender has stayed back to dig any shots down the line. Therefore, that roll shot worked there. Maddie took it right over the block, and they didn't have a defender there to pick it up.
Serve goes to Pritchard. Bad pass, gets it back. Free ball over. Here come the Huskers. The slide, and Stivrins blasted off the block and out. 21-13 Nebraska. If Penn State holds on and Nebraska wins tonight, Nebraska's back to within one match of the leaders, Penn State and Wisconsin. And you start to dream a little bit.
Maybe just a tiny bit.
If you don't got dreams, you got nightmares.
I still need to know, is that a JB original or did you steal that from someone?
I wish. The movie Diner. Outside set, shot by Alford and Rebecca Rath out of bounds, 22-13.
I want to go back to that Lauren Stivrins slide, JB. She has 7 kills, no errors on 8 attempts. She's hitting .875.
Serve from Maddie. Nice pass. Rath gets it back. Timing way off. She only free balls it over. Nearly falls. Now the Huskers. Lexi Tips. Can she get another one? Not this time. Now the black-clad Maryland Terps. Long shoot set to the pin. Rath out of bounds. 23-13. When you keep setting a freshman, you often have inconsistent results. Jada Gardner comes back into play back row. Gardner's normally just a front rower. On the right side, she's out of Cibolo, Texas. It's been in every set this year. Serve goes to the back middle, decent pass. Now back right shot, Gardner into the net. Point Nebraska, 24-13, but they say the block touched it, 23-14.
I think it did go off Maddie's left arm and then out of bounds, but that's probably why they put Gardner back in the match in the back row, was to hit out of the back row and to try to generate some offense.
Haley Rubino comes in to play back row. She's one of those 4 transfers who showed up at the beginning of last year after Steve Aird left as the head coach. She's out of New Mexico. Free ball over. Maryland ball. Shot by Rath. Overdig. Joust. Controlled by Maryland. Right side tip shot. Across it goes from Gardner. Now the Huskers. Lexi Sun down the line. Doug. Free ball back. Huskers dictating with a 9-point lead late in the second. The slide. Stivrins. Block back covered by Megan. Bumped over to the left front. Nice. Bump set. Nicklin Hames. Lexi Sun terminates It's 24-14 Nebraska.
Was a beautiful bump set from Nicklin Hames, and Coach Cook says she's one of the best bump setters in the country.
Agnieszka Zabel back in. Nicole Drunick joins her. Nicole had an ace earlier in this set. And she'll serve again. She's one of 2 Huskers with dual citizenship, Brazil and the U.S. Lauren Stivrins, United Kingdom, EU, and the U.S. Outside set and a kill for Rebecca Rath, who's gotten a ton of swings this trip through the front row. 24-15.
Looks like, nope, I thought they were gonna keep Nicole and Agnieszka in, but it looks like they're gonna bring Nicklin back into the match and Kenzie Knuckles.
Huskers with 9 more chances to finish. Samantha Bergio, Eden, New York. Penn State had a couple Eden, New York sisters over the years. Play back row. Bergio serves into the net. That's the end of set 2, won by the Huskers. That was your Hy-Vee set point. Hy-Vee, proud sponsor of Nebraska Volleyball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. This is helpful. Let's go to University Park, Penn State.
Penn State has won in 5 against the Badgers. So Penn State won 15-11 in that 5th set.
And now,
University of Nebraska Track and Field Program. Here to tell you about the Huskers Local program. If you're a local small business that offers great service and exceeds customer expectations, here's an opportunity for you to become a Huskers Local business. As a Huskers Local business, we'll showcase your rating score to Husker fans across Nebraska, help you get leads, increase brand awareness, and build your reputation online, all powered by Top Rated Local. Learn more about this opportunity at huskerslocal.com.
Nicklin Hames setter dump 1-0 Nebraska. The Huskers trying to sweep Maryland here at the Devaney. Shields is right there with you. And Husker Volleyball is powered by Emeritus. Emeritus is proud to be in the business of fulfilling life. Nicklin gobs to the end line. Send it across the back middle. Decent pass. Outside set. Pritchard cross court. Nice upright Kenzie. Spinning volleyball. Now, without a spin, set to the left pin. And Lexi's son mishits it into her own net. 1 apiece.
Lexi was trying to take a roll shot right over the block, but just took that ball a little too far across her body, straight. I think it might have hit the antenna, but straight into the bottom of the net. And sometimes when you're trying to hit those off-speed shots or throw in those tips, you just don't have enough power behind them.
Here's a senior, Taylor Smith, to serve. I think she's going to be setting this rotation. We'll find out. Quick attack by Kelly Schwarzenbach. 2-1 Nebraska.
So I'm actually liking these gap sets better than the A sets to the middle. So the gap is that wider middle set, and every time Nicklin has ran it with either Callie or Lauren, it's turned into a kill.
Lexi line drive to the back middle. Decent pass. Haley Rabuno, the transfer from New Mexico. Free ball over, though. Back set Huskers. Jazz through the double block point. Huskers 3-1 Nebraska. Get Jazz the ball tonight.
JB, that's still only her 9th attempt. I mean, she needs to get the ball more, and I think there has been situations where the pass is too far off the net and Nicklin can't physically get it back to Jazz on the right, but there have been some other situations where I think Nicklin could have fed the ball to Jazz.
Serve Lexi to libero, bad pass, left side swing Pritchard, and pounds it off the top of the net and it drops. Point Maryland. How did that happen? 3-2 Huskers.
I think our 3 back row defenders thought that the block was going to take away that shot, and we're just kind of standing up on defense, not ready to play defense, and you could see everyone was standing up, and then at the last minute tried to make a move to get lower to play that ball.
Pritchard serves out of bounds. The Middletown, Maryland junior, first team all-conference, serves out for the 3rd time tonight. Katie Myers has 2 service errors. The team has 6. Nebraska with 7. Maryland 3 aces. Nebraska 5 aces tonight. Remember, they had 8 aces in the win over Minnesota in 5 sets. Serve goes to Rebecca Rath. Jack back whistle. Double touch on the setter. What do you think about that call?
I think that's definitely the right call. The ball was spinning. And anytime, if it was any other player other than the setter, I think just let it go, let him play. But when it's the setter setting and the ball spinning that aggressively, I think you have to call it.
Gotta have standards. Here's the serve. by Kenzie. Bad path to freshman Rebecca Rath. Roll shot from Katie Myers. Here come the Huskers. Jazz with the dig. Jazz with the swing. Kaboom! 6-2 Huskers.
Jazz is having a nice night. That's her fourth kill on 10 attempts, and or fifth kill, excuse me, and she's hitting well above 400.
The fans have a cheer when Jazz gets a kill. It's kind of clever. Serve goes just wide from Kenzie Knuckles. Just wide, 6-3 Nebraska.
What is this cheer, JB?
So the public address announcer says Jazz, and everyone else says sweet. And then some of them say that was sweet. Served by Katie Myers. She's a long, lanky middle, just long. Might be some disagreement on that. We haven't any green cards. Let's see if Adam Hughes burns his first green card tonight. No, he won't. Okay, 7-3 Nebraska. I'd say stop the music and check it out on the replay.
I think that's the right call. It was well out, and it's also early on in the third, so no need to burn a green card.
Adam Hughes, 31-31 in 2 years at Maryland. Left side swing, blocked back, covered, and now the setter gets a kill. That was Nicole Alford off the blocking out, and Nebraska's going to use a green card at 7-4 Huskers. The question is, was that attack touched or not? It was way long.
Lauren Stivrins is shaking her head saying she didn't touch it. So most of the time when Lauren says something happened, she's usually correct.
Meanwhile, Nicklin Haynes is getting her fingers taped, so hopefully that occurred before the attack in question.
I actually think it's on her palm. So what I'm assuming happened is she went for a ball and just kind of, sometimes when you slide, your hands can get caught up on the ground and you get a little burn or type floor, what I call floor burn. And I think Jolene was just trying you definitely have to stay engaged mentally and physically, and it takes a toll on you in both ways.
No reversal, so Maryland keeps the point. 7-4 Huskers in the third, looking for a sweep against the Terps, the visiting Terps here in Lincoln. The slide, Stivrins' big hit. Nice up by Alford, the setter, forcing the libero to step in and bump set it. And then a miss hit into the net by Rebecca Rapp. 8-4. Rath has a outsized role for Maryland. She's just a freshman. Gets a ton of swings, at least tonight. She's out of Altamonte Springs, Florida. Serve to her. Nice pass. Set into the middle. And big block. Raynell Jones gets blocked by Stivrins. It's 19-4 Huskers. Excuse me, 9-4 Nebraska.
I wish it was 19-4.
9-4 Big Red in the third. Still a ways to go for a sweep.
You're mentally fatigued right now.
I'm hopeful. Line drive serve. Good pass by Rath. Back row Pritchard out and no touch. Net violation though, Nebraska. Point Maryland 9-5.
I feel like that's on those plays when we make net violations. It's when the opposing attacker makes an attacking error, either out of bounds or in the net, and makes some type of error. And if we just would be disciplined and stay out of the net, we would easily get that point. But it's going to be a struggle.
Rubino serves. Pass made Megan Miller. Left side swing, Lexi Sunblock back covered. Now middle attack by Stivrins. Here come the Terps. Pritchard fires off the digging out. Point Maryland 9-6. Nebraska set 3, trying for a sweep.
I think I said it's going to be a struggle, but what I meant is it has been a struggle, us in the net, and I think that's something we're going to continue to struggle with as the season goes on, and hopefully it gets better because we only have a couple weeks left, but we'll see.
Haley Rubino serves to the freshman Kenzie Knuckles. Back row, Kubik into the net. No, 4 touches on Nebraska. 9-7 Big Red.
So on those back row attacks, as a setter, you want to lead that hitter and put that set at about the 8-foot line. However, that set was up about the 5-foot line, so Maddie really had to reach for that ball, and I just think that's too difficult for her.
Kenzie could pass outside. Lexi off the block, dug by the libero. Now Maryland outside set. Pritchard, that is 4 in a row for Maryland. It's 9-8. John Cook, no timeout yet.
Huskers are taking a little bit of they're taking extra time in their huddle, probably just talking things over, calming everyone down.
Haley Rubino serves, came back home to Virginia to play for Maryland. She's from Leesburg. Now Nebraska finally sides out. Lexi Sun after a good Nicklin aim set, 10-8.
Just to enlighten our listeners, sometimes in those huddles in between points, it's a player taking over and just saying, you know, just everyone relax. Here's how we're going to side out. We're going to get a pass. Nicklin's going to set the outside, whatever it may be. Sometimes it's everyone just taking a moment to take a deep breath. Other times it's just regrouping and no one's really saying anything.
Serve to Rubino, outside set, and Pritchard fires off the block and out. Maryland's hanging around, 10-9 Nebraska, set 3. Sometimes it's everyone remain calm.
That as well, yes.
A lot of let's goes after kills.
Other times it's you're all just standing there and just trying to take as much time as possible, hopefully trying to ice the opposing server.
Nauman serves, good pass, Maddie Kubik, both freshmen. The slide, shot from Callie Schwarzenbach. No, now Maryland. Rubino.
That's been a big struggle for us, is that tip to the middle of the floor. And what should happen is the first player to respond to that should be an off blocker. So in that situation, it was Jazz Sweet. She needs to pull off and be able to pick up that tip since she's not blocking.
Lefty Taylor Smith, a senior setter, serves. Right side attack, Nebraska. Jazz Sweet, kaboom! What a night for Jazz, 12-10.
That's Jazz's 7th kill. She's hitting well over 500. And what actually happened there is Jazz was on the left side of the court because they're in rotation 1, and she ran over to the right. So Maryland, the block couldn't track her, so she had no blockers up on the right pin.
Served by Alexi. Rubino to the deck. Decent pass outside to Pritchard. Nice up, Kenzie. Husker volleyball back set. Jazz again. Yes! What a night. 13-10 Huskers. Jazz just wants the ball. She'll reward you. No errors tonight. And 7 kills. Served by Alexi. Pass by Nauman. Bump set left. Pritchard down the line. 13-11 Nebraska. Jam-packed of Annie's Center. Fair number of folks in the standing room only above us. One more regular season match. Tomorrow night, Ohio State. Sunday night, 7:30, the selection show. Pritchard serves. She's out of the state of Maryland. Pass Lexi Sun, back set. There's Jazz down the line again. 14-11 Huskers, 11 left.
I think that those line shots are so important right now. The Maryland block leaves about a foot of line for us to attack at. So they're not closing all the way to the antenna. So whether we have an outside attacking or Jazz on the right or a middle running behind the slide, that line is available.
Serve back middle, guided by the libero to her setter. Jack back, they run the slide. Doug, here come the Huskers. Middle attack, Lauren Stivrins. No, bump to the left front. The freshman Rass swings off the block and out. 14-12 Nebraska.
I think Lexi thought that there wasn't a touch there, so she didn't make a move for that ball to playing middle back defense, but there definitely was a touch. So everyone looked a little surprised there that she didn't go for it.
7 kills for Rath, 3 errors. Pass made by Kubik, Jack back, and Jazz Sweet diving dig. Jada Gardner. Here come the Terps. Left side roll shot. Now Nebraska. Bumped over to the right. Jazz tipping this one. No. The Terps run middle. And that won't work. Now block back covered and swung over. Here come the Huskers outside. Maddie straight ahead, out, no touch. Point Terps, 14-13.
I think Maddie was trying to attack high hands there, but sometimes when you're trying to aim for the block's hands or their fingertips, you're going to miss a little high and a little wide.
Jeweler of Husker Athletics, and embracing the cooperative spirit to bring value to our members. That is the mission of Central Valley Ag. Learn more at cvacoop.com. Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
Huskers are hitting 300 in this current set, 373 on the match.
Serve Megan Miller, pass made Rath. They run middle. Tip shot won't drop for Jones. Outside set, Big Red. Maddie Kubik, kaboom off the digging out. 16-13, 9 to go.
Maddie's been a little quiet. Lexi is the outside with the most attempts right now at 19, and then Maddie's kind of a ways behind her at only 12 attempts.
Megan Miller serves. Good pass, Rath. Gets it back, roll shots it, and free ball back. Nice rescue, Nicklin. Now the black-clad Terps. Big swing, Rath, left pin. Lexi with the up. Huskers feed left. Kubik roll shotting, no. Now Rynell Jones in front of her setter. Bangs it out of bounds. 17-13 Huskers.
It was an interesting play there, JB. I'm not sure what happened, but Husker players were just sticking their arms out, hoping they would touch the ball, and it somehow made its way over the net.
17-13 Nebraska. Set 3, timeout Maryland on the Huskers Sports Network.
At CHI Health, we see good happen every day. We see it in the kind-hearted, the selfless, the forward thinkers. But most of all, we see it in a family made up of doctors and nurses, specialists and support staff who rally around the neighbors they are proud to serve. And no matter where our family is, we come together for one thing, to help you. CHI Health. Good happens here. Learn more at chihealth.com/good.
New music from the pep band from the Clash. Should I stay or should I go? Let's take a listen. You can increase your fitness level just by taking your dog for a walk twice a day or hiking a nearby trail. Today's Healthy Huskers tip brought to you by United Healthcare and the Real Appeal program. Learn more at realappeal.com. And soy biodiesel is America's first advanced biofuel. It's safe, renewable, and dependable in any of Nebraska's extreme weather seasons. It's being used year-round in places like New York's JFK International Airport and Yellowstone National Park. Brought to you by the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. Visit biodieselne.com. 17-13 Nebraska. Set 3, 8 from a sweep. I like it when the pep band debuts new music.
Are you 100% positive that it was a new song?
I haven't heard them play it. The song itself is from the 70s. Set to the back row. Shot by Jada Gardner. Diving take, Megan Miller, well done. Bumps that left. Kubik, yes, off the block. Caroms beyond the outstretched arms of the back row defenders. 18-13, 7 left.
Megan Miller is having a nice little night. That's her 6th dig. Megan's kind of the unsung hero. She comes in, she goes on runs with her serve. She'll make some nice plays in the back row.
We sing her praises. Service ace, Megan Miller. 19-13 Nebraska, brought to you by the Nebraska Soybean Board. Asher tailgate with soybean checkoff. 19-13 Huskers. 6 aces tonight. A week ago tonight, Nebraska had 8 aces in 5 sets, though, over Minnesota. This is Big Red Volleyball.
Husker fans know Sarpy County for its great volleyball players, but did you know it's also a great place for a weekend getaway? With over 2,000 affordable rooms, great shopping, fun breweries, wineries and restaurants, fall activities like Bella's Pumpkin Patch and Scary Acres, and tours of museums, there's always something going on in Sarpy County. No matter what your interests, Sarpy County has a mix of fun things to do. Visit GoSarpy.com today and plan your next adventure.
Scrub it in my cold. Oh, cold.
Hot water runs out. But one thing that should never run out, guaranteed lifetime income in retirement. So while a good shower eventually runs out, your monthly income in retirement should be as comfortable as ever. Learn more at TIAA.org/neverrunout.
Annuity contracts and certificates are issued by Teachers Insurance and Annuity Association of America, New York, New York. Any guarantees under annuities issued by TIAA are subject to TIAA's claims paying ability. TIAA Traditional is a guaranteed insurance contract and not an investment for federal securities law purposes.
19-13 Nebraska. Set number 3. The Huskers won the first 2 handily. The first one was not pretty. 25-20, then 25-15, now 19-13. Josh Hill coming at the dials. There's Lauren Cook-West from John Baylor, high above the Terry Pettit court. Maryland's out of timeouts. Bad pass on the Megan Miller serve. Back row roll shot. Here come the Huskers. Up 6. Setter dump. Nicklin Hames. It won't drop. Now Maryland bumps over left front. The freshman Rebecca Rath Nice up by Kinsey. Middle back swing, Lexi Sun. Kill. The hold on. Back row attack. She foot faulted the 10-foot line. 19-14 Nebraska.
And again, I just think Nicklin's leading those back row attackers a little too far forward. So they're really having to reach for those balls, and sometimes your foot goes over the line when you're having to extend that far out.
Served by Alford over to Lexi. Good pass. The slide. Lauren Stivrins bangs it. Nice control block. Doug. Now Maryland outside. Rath again. Control block and fisted in the air by Lauren. Left side tip shot. Kubik block back covered. Gets it again. Maddie. Yes. Off the block and out. 20-14. 5 to go.
That's another high hand shot from Maddie Kubik, and she has that down, JB. Maybe one of the best hitters in the country when it comes to tooling high off the opposing block's hands.
Kubik sails it back left. Bad pass by Rath. And a set from Alford to the back row. Great termination. Erica Pritchard, the junior first team all-conference 2018-2015. Nebraska by 5. 5 to go. Here comes Rubino. They had 6 defectors after they lost their last coach at the end of 2017. Steve Aird left, so did 6 players. They got 4 transfers. One of them was Rubino. Left side swing, Sun. Nice up by Rubino. Outside set. Pritchard swings, not this time. Now the Huskers set or dump by Nicklin Hames. Might have gotten away with a carry. Point Huskers 21-15.
The ball was on her hands for what seemed like a couple seconds there, but I like that she's being aggressive and she's going up and trying to get kills on that second ball.
4 to go. Densberger back in. Hosted a Thanksgiving gathering for the players and their families yesterday. Serve goes to Rapino. Bad pass. Bumped over. Here come the Huskers on the free ball. Up 6 already. The slide. Schwarzenbach blocked by Pritchard. Now 21-16 Nebraska.
And Callie's still trying to take that slide cross court, so she has to find a way to get that ball down the line. The Maryland block is all over her cross court shot on that slide set.
Served by Nauman with a fan in the second row on his phone. Here comes the slide. Shot by Schwarzenbach. Block back covered. Bumped over to Lexi Sun. Attacks blocked, but it lands just wide. Point Huskers 22-16.
I like these new cheers from the crowd, JB. It's when the player's name gets called, the crowd then responds with their last name.
It's a creative bunch. Myers the pass, gets it back. Nice dig from Nicklin Hames. Free ball over. Here comes Maryland. Bumped over to left front. Attacked by Pritchard. Way out of bounds. 23-16. Maryland looks a little fatigued.
They do look fatigued, and they're making a lot of errors. So you wonder if they cut down on some of these errors and start taking care of the ball on their side of the net, you wonder if this game would be any closer.
Huskers up 2 sets of love and 2 to go for the sweep. 23-16. Line drive serve Nicklin. Decent pass Rubino. And a set to the left. Pritchard muscles it through. 23-17. Block did not get through the net that time. Conventional 7 o'clock start time tomorrow night for the only time this year. Ohio State and Nebraska. The Buckeyes dreaming about still making the tournament. They did beat Wisconsin. That's quite a resume builder. Right side swing, Jazz. Block back covered. Again, the Huskers bump it back to Jazz from the right pin. And the dig comes into the net and down off of Taylor Smith. 24-17.
I'm just happy that we're back to these 7 p.m. conventional starts, JB. We went through a long stretch there where we were playing at 8 p.m. every single match.
Match point chance. Served by Alexi, pass Nauman. Fed left. Pritchard kills. 24-18.
Pritchard is one of their go-to attackers, so you know they're going to set her, as we get to the end of this game here. And she's just continuing to hit that wrist-away cross-court shot, and our block or defense needs to take that away from her.
Penn State beat Wisconsin earlier tonight. Serve goes to Lexi. Guides it to Nicklin. Jack back. Jazz tipping. Match over. 25-18 in the third. Nebraska starts another win streak tonight in Lincoln. One match left. Regular season. Ohio State tomorrow night. And that was your Hy-Vee match point, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Proud sponsor of Nebraska Volleyball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Post-match show with the head coach shortly. You're listening to the Husker Sports Network.
Hey, let's take a look at the traffic situation.